Hey guys, making a video between the two electric bikes. I got like 5 electric bikes. Some of them are still in the garage over there, but that's not important for now. I'm going to compare the Freeride, KTM Freeride versus the stock Varg, and I was wondering, is it worthwhile? Now the KTM Freeride comes with a whole lot of extras. It comes with hand guards. It doesn't come with the rearview mirror, that's mine. It comes with a headlight, it comes with a tail light, and all those things are kind of handy when you're riding around. Now the stock Varg doesn't have a headlight, nor does it have the capability of having a headlight. I've actually bought a LED light that fits on over there and shines, and there's no buzzer. Not that I need a buzzer, but and I put these mirrors on because we live here in the mountain. It's snowing today, but if you look in the back there, that is Skyline Drive. Just at the back there, it goes up to 12,000 feet. We're currently at 6,000 feet over here. So in the springtime and summertime, we like to ride. We ride from our home up into the mountains, and hence we then want mirrors and things like that. Also when you're riding with a group of guys, it's nice having mirrors. Also a brake light, they can see what's happening, and the whole country riding right out here. So what's happening is, the reason I got the stock Varg is that you can go down hills and it's got e-braking. Now that's a problem with this over here. When you're going down hills, you've got to push the brake all the time, and you lose that 6,000 feet of regen power, which is pretty cool. Stock Varg problems. Charging. Second time we charged it and it started charging. It was about 20% or 80% rather, charging it to 100%. I set the charge rate from 8 amps to 10 amps, and then it stopped charging, and since then just the yellow light of death. Contacted Stark, we've measured voltage, got 240 volts coming in there. There's no lights on this little charger at all. I thought it was pretty lame not having any LED lights on a charger or anything like that. So there's no power coming out here. We measured, it's like probably got interlocks, but there's no power coming out to the charger. This is the second charge on this bike, right? I can show you the stats over there. Went for a ride for 8 minutes and 28 minutes on Saturday. Only 8 miles and 1.36 miles. I went from 80% down to 21% state of battery charge. So overall, I hope it gets better, but if it's like this, not very good, not very impressed, and expected more from the Varg boys. As you can see, I've added mirrors on already, little buzzer, and not new to electric bikes. Not at all new to electric bikes. All these over here are electric, no problems. Okay, my kickstand arrived today. It's like, these are the parts, no instructions. I think, I have to look at you look at the manual, there's no instructions on how to fit the kickstand. I've got this little bushing over here, which doesn't fit inside the hole over there. So it's like, guys, come on, man. I've never seen a more complicated kickstand hardware in my life before. But, yeah, so it basically bolts on the side there somehow. And then there's a little screw at the top there for the spring. But, man, a little picture would be brilliant. Stark, come on, guys. Still waiting for my charger. This is what the charger looks like just before I close it. It's got a range of 100 volts to 264. So the way this plug is wired right now is only for 240 volts. But if you were out in the sticks and only had a 120 volt generator, you'd have to wire that plug differently. You'd have to move the L1 and L2 around to L1 and neutral, and then you'd be able to use it on 110 volts. But that's what the charger looks like. No LEDs, nothing. The plugs were all tight on there. So yeah, don't let that green wire mess you around, because the green wire is actually a hot wire in this case, and that'll screw you up if you're wiring that plug. You want it to run on 120 volts. The old charger is faulty. I plugged it back in. I changed the wiring like the original one that just arrived, where the green wire and the black wire are kind of crazy, swapped around. Still, yeah, yellow light of death. If you had an old PlayStation, you'd know about a yellow light of death. Plug in the new charger again. We're off to the races. Charging once more. Okay, so now we'll check the range tomorrow. And the fan is running again, you can hear. So that's the only indication that there's actually power on this thing, is the fan is running. And obviously the blue light. I dialed it up to 8 amps, which is where I had it before, and then I moved it up to 10 amps, and that's where it kind of failed. But, so it takes about, I calculate about 40 seconds per percentage point to go up. Just for some giggles, let's see how they wire their plug. I've just loosened these screws right now. First time I'm opening it. Okay, let's pull that apart. It's difficult doing one. And this is how they have it wired. I'm really concerned because that's the ground tab over there, and you can see ground, they've got the black wire to it, which should be green, and then white over there. So I'm going to get my meter and see if they're putting hot on the frame of the unit again. It wired again where black is apparently ground, but which is green should be ground. So if you look over here, if I take my meter, put on ohms, so I've got my meter on ohms over there. If I touch the two wires together, it'll beep. But they're using black for ground. I mean, guys, you need to use green for ground. That's international standard. They're using black for ground, which is hot over here. So if you hit, so ground to ground. So the black they're using is ground, green is hot, white is hot. Guys, that's wrong. No wonder everybody's being confused out there. Varg, please fix that. I know it's going to cause trouble in the future, but change the wiring, please. Green is ground, black is hot, white is actually neutral, but in the US, it should be red. So you actually need to use black and red and green. But we'll forgive you this time using black and white, but black needs to be hot, white needs to be hot, green needs to be ground, okay? Someone can kill themselves over here. Guys, come on. It's not rocket science. So the pin with a little goodie on it over there, that's ground, and ground should be green. Thank you, Varg boys, for sending me a power supply, even though it took nearly 2 weeks. Haven't only put 14 miles on the bike. A little bit crazy. But please, guys, put a LED display on your charger. I mean, come on, guys. This is 2024. You know, you got a beautiful little cute phone on the top over there. You know, all that stuff. Last time I got 14 miles on a charge. If I get 14 miles on a charge again, you know, just asphalt running, you know, running 40 miles to 25 miles an hour down the road, you know, 14 miles there and back on an asphalt road. If I get 14 miles again, you guys can have your bike back. We'll check that out, and then I'll post that second piece. Let's get it charging, and then we'll do some running tomorrow and see how it goes. So just to give you an idea on the Varg, this is a Hyundai Kona EV. We're averaging about 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. So that's about 10 kilowatt hours that's used in 43 miles. Now the Varg, to my understanding, I think it's about 6 kilowatt hours. But if it uses as much energy as this, I'm going to go for a short drive now to see how long it takes to empty the battery. If we're also going to get, you know, 4 to 5 miles per kilowatt hour, then we're looking at about 24 miles only. So we're going to go and test that. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. I know there's a bit of sound issues and things like that. I had this stupid camera in the case, and when I listened to the audio, it just wasn't even there. I don't. What do you think about the Varg? You know, the power is all cool and the little bugs here and there. You know, some of my other e-bikes, they seem to go pretty far. I can ride a bit further. What I do like about the Varg is that, you know, when I did ride it slowly up and down the mountain, it did kind of recharge those going down those hills when I set the regen to 100%. But man, it's a toss. If 2 weeks ago I went riding with buddies and we did 40 miles, and you know, on a 450, and
we filled up for gas, and that was only, the gas was $2 each so we filled up the same $2 for less than $5. Yeah, and we were like full throttle kind of all the way, 40 miles. And so I don't think I could do that with a Varg. I think if I did, I'd be pretty nervous. I don't know if it's the right bike for what I'm trying to use for, but I just thought I'd have a little bike riding up and down the hills over here and get some regen on the way back, but I think I don't know. I'll leave the comments to you. Maybe I got the wrong tool for the wrong trip, but you'd think with a big battery like that, you'd at least get maybe 10 miles per kilowatt hour, maybe 60 miles in total. You don't expect it to be less than an electric vehicle. I know with electric vehicle, if you floor it too, you can cut the range like crazy. But just like I showed you on that little Hyundai today, I did 40 miles and only used I think it was 4 miles per kilowatt hour. So if the Varg was around about that, it's kind of showing that I'm getting about that with a Varg, about the same as the EV car driving it. But I drove the car at 60 miles an hour anyway, backwards and forwards. So the little E times, they're pretty good. I can ride to the top of the mountain, ride down. Can't go too far, but you also get a bit of range anxiety. It's late at night. The KTM free ride, nice suspension, hard seat. It's okay. It probably gets about the similar range to the E-Times, the other Chinese bikes. I just think that the Varg, if you put so much power out, and not that I used all the power. In some cases, I down it down to 38 horsepower, which I suppose is a fair amount of juice. But who wants to ride a bike anything less than 38 horsepower? It's like you go ride a bicycle. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't care if you subscribe, and I don't care about joining the channel. That's up to you. But feel free to comment. Thanks. Cheers.